My name is Sarah. For those of you that don't know me, welcome. Um, I help overwhelmed, overworked moms find more peace and purpose. And so, if that is you, then you're in the right place. And if you feel like it, if you need a support group, go over onto Facebook and and I'll drop it in the description below or the comments if this is on a Facebook or YouTube. Um, and I have a group of other mamas that are feeling overwhelmed, overworked, and want more peace. And I help them get there through life coaching, through free challenges. If that resonates with you and you feel like you want to find more peace and purpose in your life and figure out what it is that you should focus on goal-wise and how to get there with less overwhelm and less of a work mentality, then I have a 5-day challenge over there. It is called Turn Your Dreams into Reality. And it's like a little things that you do for 5 days to get you there. So there is that. Moving on to the subject of my video. So like her or not, Rachel Hollis knows a thing or two about other people's opinions and what they can do in our lives and how to, take them as constructive criticism and either brush them off or listen to them. And so I actually listened to a podcast that she did this morning, and I just wanted to give you my takeaways of what I learned from it, and maybe it will help you in your journey as well, because that's what I want to do. So the first thing is just to be very careful of whose opinion that have any stock in your life. And she quoted, I think it was a pastor or something that was in like a sermon that she went to, and he said something along the lines of, don't let the people in the cheap seats have an expensive opinion in your life. And so I loved that, because how many times do we go on and we let people's, projections, or anytime someone says you are in our life, are you that? Do you accept that? Do you receive that? Like my friend Megan says, I receive that or I don't receive that. And there's so much power in just that one little statement of, I accept that as my truth or I do not. Because if you are going around accepting just anyone's opinion in your life, you just don't understand the power that has over you. I have done something called an AFT session several times. It's a room of freedom technique. It helps you identify blocks that you have against goals that are kind of keeping you stuck. And that process allows you to see what is keeping you back. And I was very surprised when I first started this journey of getting on live and things. I did not want to get on live. And it went back to a bus ride that I had in like junior high of people telling me that my smile was too big and that my mouth was too big and things like that. And I was like, what does that have to do with the price of beans in China? But that was what was keeping me from going live on here and bringing value to y'all, because someone told me on a school bus when I was like, 12 years old, that my mouth was too big. Yeah, I don't need to let that person in the cheap seats have an expensive opinion in my life, right? Or keep me from my goals in life. So I totally did not plan on saying that story. So hopefully that was helpful to somebody that I brought up the thing when I was 12. And then another point that she brought up was, is the person giving you an opinion over something in your life, are they speaking from a place of fear or a place of love? So a lot of times, if the person that is giving you an opinion and projecting onto you something about something that you're doing, like she used the example, and I resonated with this, in that when she was pregnant with her first baby, someone asked her, well, are you going to stop working now? And she's like, well, no, I've built this huge brand, and no, I fully plan on still working full time after having my baby. And the person was like, well, how are you going to show up as a mom, and how are your kids are going to be damaged? And that's someone talking from a place of fear. And that's also someone that obviously hasn't been through the thing that she is going through. And so they are a person that is not on the other side of that struggle in a way that they have not walked through that themselves. They have not found success in that area themselves, and that's okay. And it's okay that they have fear surrounding something for you. They're trying to be helpful, but the fact is that if that person is speaking from fear, you do not need to let that have power in your life. And you do not let that opinion keep you from moving forward in life, because it just shouldn't. That's a place of fear. And so she made the point that if you're speaking to or hearing from a person that has already been successful in the area that you are about to walk through, or that you are walking through, and they're on the other side, they are never, ever going to judge you or tell you that you can't, or tell you that you should or shouldn't do something, because they are going to cheer you on. Like, for example, if you're talking to a financially successful person that has found, worked their way out of debt and become a multi-millionaire, billionaire, whatever, they're not going to tell you, hey, don't take those baby steps to get out of debt. Don't move forward. Don't pass go. Don't work that extra job. Whatever it is that you are doing, they're not going to tell you not to, because they know where you're at and they know the struggle, and they're going to come alongside you and cheer you on. And they're not going to come from a place of fear, because they're already there and they've already worked through that fear, and they want to see you succeed. A successful person wants for other people to succeed. They want to reach back in the fire and take people forward. They don't want to scare them away from the success and the freedom that they have found, right? And so be very cognizant the next time that you have naysayers of, are they in the place that I want to be? And are they speaking from fear, or are they speaking from love? And then there's the analogy that, this isn't from Rachel Hollis, or I don't think she told me this, but my mentor, Martha Krejci, she has the analogy that kind of goes along with this discussion of crabs in a bucket. So crabs in a bucket, like literally crabs, if you put them in a bucket and one of them tries to climb out and starts reaching up to climb out, the other ones are naturally going to pull them back down into the bucket, because they're like, oh man, don't go out into that scary world. Come back here. We'll keep you safe, right? And so that is naturally what people do. We have a herd mentality. We want to keep people safe. We want to keep them, in this safe place, and don't go out and do the scary things. But I can guarantee you, if you don't go out and do the scary things and step outside of your comfort zone, you're going to look back in life and have regrets. So if you're that crab that's reaching for more and trying to improve in a situation, then don't let the other crabs in the bucket that you're in pull you down. Let the people on top that are already out of the bucket reach in and reach back and pull you out of the fire. So I hope that helps, and I hope this has served you well. Thank you to the people that are watching. I do see that you're watching. Let me just check the chat. I don't know if it's showing me if you've said hello. So if you've said hello, thank you so much. And if you need it, my group is Overwhelmed, Overworked Mamas Finding Peace and Purpose. And the 5-day challenge that I mentioned is in the guide section. I think it's like guide number 7. It's Turn Your Dreams into Reality. It's totally free. And it's fun. And just, if you feel like led and you feel served by this message, then just hop on over there. And that's where I try to go live and put my value into the world over there a little bit more in my community. So anyway, have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow live right here.